Now, with the use of public Wi-Fi prevalent in the UAE in locations such as hotels, cafes and on the metro, it's important to know about the data risks involved when using electronic devices in these areas. Additionally, as employees continue to work remotely away from their businesses, this can also leave companies vulnerable to hackers. In this report, Lara Makanjuola investigates the potential ways our private information can be targeted and how individuals and businesses can protect themselves.
Millions of residents and tourists in UAE use the internet on a daily basis, whether it be for work, shopping or social media. And with the growing need to connect on the go, individuals using public Wi-Fi may be given online hackers easy access to their private information. Jason Hart, the Chief Technology Officer of Identity and Data Protection at digital security company Gemalto, is a former ethical hacker. With over 20 years' worth of experience in information security, Jason discusses how criminals can intercept and extract your information.
The problem nowadays is all our devices are Wi-Fi enabled, connect to Wi-Fi automatically. So your phone or your device could be in your pocket or in your handbag and it connects automatically. And then once it's connected, the bad guy is in the middle of the individual who believes they've connected to the internet, and the attacker is there in the middle between the internet and the person they're attacking.
We asked Jason to demonstrate a few common ways in which individuals may be hacked. In one example, Jason inserted a specialised USB stick into a laptop left unattended. The USB took control of the computer and he was able to extract unprotected, sensitive information from the device.
A lot of the time when you connect to an untrusted Wi-Fi or an attacker's Wi-Fi, they're there and they're extracting the usernames and passwords. You may see the speed slightly slow down, but if they are extracting your usernames and passwords, you wouldn't be aware of it.
A second demonstration showed how the user's Wi-Fi-enabled devices could connect to Jason's own fraudulent Wi-Fi network, which users are able to create in the cafe and label it with a name shown on the participants' devices as a trusted network, such as Free Wi-Fi UAE. Once the individuals connected to Jason's network, unaware that it was not in fact provided by the cafe, Jason was able to see their internet activity, passwords and banking information. He was also able to send messages to the users which could ask them to log into corporate intranets, and as they would believe it was their own corporate website, Jason would then be able to extract their login details.
So Karen, your phone's connected to ENBD-guest.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. This is actually a really good thing for me to learn from, because now I'm aware that something like this could happen. So I wouldn't just go randomly and use any Wi-Fi and open anything in public.
If I'm in a public place, I would think twice before, or maybe I would judge everybody who's sitting there, do they have that device, Otherwise, yeah, but then we all have to be careful, no matter if it's an iPhone or a Samsung, people can do anything today.
As the need to use public Wi-Fi is sometimes unavoidable, what are some of the precautions individuals and businesses can take to protect themselves from hackers?
If we carry on the premise that the bad guys are after usernames and passwords, in business, in our day-to-day business lives, we need to stop using what I call static passwords. And we need to replace it with one-time passwords or multi-factor authentication. What that is a password that's unique and different every time you log in. Because now, if the attacker is doing the attack, if they capture the password, it's one time. You've already used it. So when the bad guy goes to use it, it's rendered useless. So ultimately what the bad guys are after, I've spoke about passwords, but they're ultimately after data, any type of data. They take that data and they monetize it. So people as an individual or organizations, they need to assess what data in their organization is sensitive. And where is that data being stored? If it's being stored in the cloud or in a virtual environment, it should be encrypted. And when data is encrypted, a key is generated, and that key should be stored in a separate, secure location as well. So any organization doing business in the cloud or going to the cloud should be applying multi-factor authentication, encrypting data, and managing the key appropriately.
Online security must be considered if we want to ensure our personal and corporate information is safe from cybercriminals. So if you are out and about in the UAE, turn off your Wi-Fi enabled devices when you're not using the internet. If you do need the internet, use 3 or 4G. Also, consider using unique one-time passwords. And particularly for businesses, multi-factor authentication, encryption, and key management are 3 controls to utilize in your companies, and which are also set to become mandatory and regulated in specific industries. This is Lara Makanjuola for UAE Weekly.